Leveling up. Extreme business growth through raising your game. When what was once extraordinary becomes ordinary, you know you've leveled up.
The actual title for this episode was going to be originally, Is Your Need for Significance Making You a Dick? This episode was inspired by some real life accounts. It's stuff that I've been witnessing in the world around me just recently, more maybe than previously. And I wanted to put a little bit of a safety check out there with you guys just to make sure that we are not acting like dicks in our hunt for significance. Today's episode is all about positively fueling your absolute God-given need for significance. Nothing wrong with that need for significance, just maybe how we sometimes go about it. Welcome to the Leveling Up Podcast with me, George Swift. The Leveling Up Podcast is here to give you the personal development, the entrepreneurial development, and the business growth that you, the ambitious business owner, desires. I'm here to give you the inspiration, the motivation, but above all else, as always, to challenge your aspirations to take you and your business to the next level. Don't forget, please do subscribe and never miss an episode. Don't ever be ashamed of your need for significance. Don't ever shy away, actually, from the importance in life that having significance is for us. It's one of our basic human needs. And if it's not met, we will typically go out and meet it in negative ways. And that's what this episode is all about, making sure that we are seeking out that significance, creating that significance in positive ways. If we do not feel significant in this world, I promise you, it's only a matter of time until we start behaving a little bit like a dickhead. You've seen it, you've witnessed it, I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and if we're honest, we've probably also maybe fallen foul of this ourselves as well. If we start to feel inconsequential, insignificant, we will create significance around us. And if we're not fully in charge of how we're becoming significant, then that can show up in very destructive ways. A true life story just recently. I was giving one of my workshops. So I do a workshop which is to help business owners to break 100K. If you go to the description of this episode, you'll see the link there to that workshop. So it's a whole day workshop. And I give a lot of content to business owners that are doing 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50K or 60K in turnover. But they haven't yet, for whatever reason, broken 100 grand in turnover. And they want to take their yearly turnovers to 100 grand or more. And my challenge to them is to do it in the next 12 months or less. And I go through a whole lot of content, and it's around business modeling. We talk about methodologies, day-to-day methodologies, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, the things that are getting in the way, the things you haven't really thought about. I also do a lot of work on mindset and helping people really tune into that 100K mindset and to make sure that they're not the debilitating factor in their business's success. It's been a long time since I've had anyone take offense at me or my content. I do have a tendency to swear. I've sworn on this podcast episode already. When you clicked on this podcast, by the way, it very clearly said that there was going to be potentially some bad language in it. It's marked up as explicit. Everything I do, I don't deliberately go out there to offend. I don't go out there and swear. I'm just chatting to you like I would chat to you if you were here right now, if we were down the pub, walking our dogs. You know, it's saying, right, let's cut through the shit, cut through the nonsense. How do we get the result that we want? How do we get what we want out of life, out of our business? How do we create what we want in life and our business? And I just have a straight, honest talk like I am right now with you, completely authentic. And it's been a long time since I've managed to upset anybody. In the old days, occasionally I did. And I think most people just accept who I am. They know who I am. And I think most people now, when they come to one of my events, they know who I am, right? They've connected, whether it's through social media, through this podcast, through whatever means, right? My book. And therefore, I think they just accept the fact that I'm here to desperately help you to create success in your business, to help you over your problems, help you overcome your challenges, and ultimately to get you the result that I think you deserve in life, given all the risks you take as a business owner and entrepreneur, and also the hard work that you put into that. Anyway, there's one particular lady, she took offense at my swearing. To the point where after about 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe I'm doing a disservice, maybe she lasted a bit longer than that, she basically just switched off and left the Zoom. Tracy, my partner in life and in business, she followed up with her and chased up with her. And the woman said, basically, I feel there is no place for swearing in business. And Trace was like, okay, well, that's a real shame. You're really missing out a huge opportunity, but I appreciate that's where you're at. And we'd like to give you your money back because we never want to take money from people that don't get value from what we're doing. And kind of went on her way. A day later, 2 days later, a LinkedIn post goes up by this lady, basically talking about swearing in meetings and also bringing in things like tardiness, being late, eating on Zoom calls, etc., etc. And I'm looking at this and there's a whole load of things going off in my head, right? One was a little bit defensive, which is like, fuck you, right? Fuck you. You know, I'm there desperately trying to help you. And if you came back and asked for help again, I would still try and help you because that's what I do. But the biggest part of me was like, why would you do that? Why would you go to so much energy to share your disapproval, right? Why would you go to so much energy? Like, I get it. Like, she just said, I don't think swearing has a place in business, blah, 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 and she left, right? And I understand that we then followed up with her, and therefore we got more information from her. I get that. And then she felt the need to go out and post about this and everything else. Now, this business owner, I don't know what she's doing in turnovers, right? But it's low numbers, right? And I'm there trying to share with her how she can break 100K or so. And I got thinking, you know, that actually I do believe it was driven heavily through the need for significance. And I really mean this. And I'm not saying every time someone disagrees with you or every time someone gets pissed off by you or whatever, that it's because of their need for significance. But there's certain behavior and attributes you can see in people's behavior that kind of leads you to feel that this is driven by significance. Like, I want to be seen to be outraged. I want to be seen to be cross. I want you to see me. Please see me. It's like a cry for help in the world, right? And I see a lot of it in the world right now through social media. I see it just people just shouting into the skies, shouting into the atmosphere that is the World Wide Web. And they just want to be heard and they just want to be seen. And whether they're ranting about something in the press or ranting about something in the government or ranting about some issue. And I get it, you know, some people really are genuinely angered by certain things. And I see a whole lot of people jumping on the bandwagon. You see a whole load of this, what do they call it? Virtue signaling. I didn't even know that phrase, by the way, until the lockdowns and stuff like that. I didn't know about what virtue signaling was. But basically, it's where you're seen to be outraged or you're seen to be in cahoots with people or you're seen to be supporting a certain thing and it's not really has any substance to it. It doesn't, you know, you're not living your life in any way that demonstrates that you're trying to create change in that way, but you just want to jump up and shout and scream and be with everybody else and stuff. And I do believe that we've got a real problem actually of this, given, I think, lockdown and this invisibility that maybe many people feel right now, and maybe just the general pent-up frustration that people are feeling in the world right now, and it's coming out in negative ways. And instead of them going out and seeking their significance in positive ways, they're getting it in increasingly negative ways, whether that's through, you know, watch me leave this room and make a scene, to someone that just plays up and acts up. You know, if you're a parent, you understand this. If you ignore your kid for long enough, it's only a matter of time until they drawl over your walls with marker pen. It's only a matter of time until they'll eat the dog food. It's only a matter of time until they'll throw themselves out of an upstairs window in order to get your attention. And people do that as well. And so do you and so do I, by the way. And if we're ignored for long enough, we will play up to create the significance that we feel is lacking in our lives. Will play up in order to get that attention that we desperately need. It's a basic fundamental human need. We shouldn't be ashamed of it. We shouldn't see it as anything ugly or vile or anything else. It's a basic human need that we need to feel significant. We need to feel like we matter. And if we're left invisible for too long, or if we feel invisible for too long, our unconscious, our subconscious may go out there and find destructive ways of getting that attention, just like the puppy that chews up your furniture or the kid that eats all the crayons. We want to make sure that we direct that need in positive ways so that we create the significance we want for ourselves in increasingly positive ways that benefit us and benefit those people around us. One of the ways to gain positive significance is through supporting and helping other people, contributing, giving back, making the world a better place, making other people's lives better, making the world that other people occupy better for them. It's not about jumping up, shouting around, telling everyone, yeah, I'm outraged as well, I'm angry as well, yeah, that pisses me off as well. See me, everyone, see me, I'm here with you, I'm here. It's needy and it's unattractive. It's also not the need to say to everyone, right, I'm disgusted, I'm disgraced, I'm leaving now. Not that she did that, by the way, I'll give her credit. It's not the need to be seen, to throw a tantrum, to be upset, to be outraged, to be offended in some way. What you want to do is go out there and make the world a fucking better place. Go out there and do something for someone else. When you do something positive for another person, I promise you, you become significant to that other person. When you go out there and create positivity in society, you become significant to society. When you do good, give good, when you make things better for people, when you help people, you become significant. So I know you do this anyway, because it's not that often that we necessarily play up in bad ways. But if you look around you, if you look at the people closest to you, look at social media, I think if you look, you'll see this need for significance cropping in negative ways that are actually fundamentally could be destructive to the person. They're certainly not really helping anybody. So we need to do a little bit of a honest check-in with ourselves and say, right, number one, I know and I get it. I understand and acknowledge that I have a need for significance. That's not a bad thing. It's a basic fundamental human need, and it needs servicing. If it doesn't get serviced, if it doesn't get met, then I could potentially go out and find harmful ways or unhelpful ways of gaining that significance. Okay, great. Therefore, how do I want to be significant in this world? How do I want to focus and channel my need for significance? I need to find increasing ways of doing good for other people, doing positivity in the world, making the world a better place in some way, shape, or form. You don't need the whole world to acknowledge this, by the way. You don't necessarily need to be seen by the whole world to be doing this. You will feel significant through your actions. But I promise you, if you live your life like this, you will gain that significance, the visibility of who you are in the eyes of other people, because of course people will always see people doing good as significant, and people that are benefiting them and doing good by them and making their life better, making the world better for them, they will always see those people as significant entities. So go out there and seek your significance in increasingly positive ways. I get it. For many of us, it's easy to feel invisible right now. I get it. But rather than jumping on someone else's bandwagon and jumping up and down and shouting and screaming and saying how unhappy you are and how angry you are, or sharing everything about your personal life, how unhappy you are, how depressed you are, how sick you're feeling, instead of sharing those things to try and gain significance and visibility, why not contribute and give back? This isn't saying you should keep quiet if you're depressed. This isn't saying you should keep quiet if you're angry about something. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't meet your need for significance through that way, through those channels. Meet it by being a valuable member of society. Do it through your business by making your business something that is positive for everyone that comes into connection with it, whether you've got staff members or whether it's the public, whether it's people you outsource to, whether it's your business partners, whether it's your family, maybe it's the families of your staff. Make your business something that is significant in those people's lives. Therefore, you're building something of significance. You are by default significant. Go out, do good, go out, be positive, go out and improve things for people and society, and you will gain your significance in positive ways. Ignore your need for significance. You too may well be scribbling on the walls, getting your mum's attention, screaming and shouting, setting fire to the shed, misbehaving, whatever it is that you unconscious might feel is the right appropriate thing to do in order to be seen, but could be harmful and destructive to you, and certainly doesn't contribute to other people or society in any way, shape or form. Going to this weekend, have a little think about how you can positively fuel your need for significance and come out on Monday, all guns blazing, taking the world on head on, doing what you need to do and creating a life of significance, a life of purpose, a life of meaning, and channel that through your business, channel that out into the world around you. That's how you want to be recognized and acknowledged in this world. Don't you? Really? Of course you do. Nice one, guys. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to this podcast. My commitment to you is always the same, which is to try and give you the information, the content that's going to inspire you, motivate you, and help you to level up yourself, your business, and your life. If you're an ambitious business owner, whether you're just starting out, looking to launch your business, whether you're doing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60K and want to grow your business to 100K revenues or more, or if you're already doing over 100 grand, maybe heading up to even $500,000, you want to scale your business, then please do go and check us out. We have groups of ambitious entrepreneurs just like you doing that very thing. At Success Groups, we are all on our own individual journeys, but we're doing it in a team environment. Please do go and check us out, biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. When you get there, you'll see our launch program, you'll see our groups for business owners doing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60K that want to break that 100K, and you'll also see a link there for those groups for business owners who are breaking 100K, heading up to $500,000 that want to scale their business. If you want to chat to us, please do reach out to my partner in life and in business, Tracy Miller, and you can contact her at tracy.miller@biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. I'll drop those links in the descriptions of this episode, as well as links to some other resources to help you on your ongoing journey of entrepreneurism. I will see you on Monday. Until then, as always, be successful.
Leveling up. Extreme business growth through raising your game. When what was once extraordinary becomes ordinary, you know you've leveled up.